So continuing on, we go ahead and figure out, well, what are these values here? And 30 times cosine of 35 gives me 24.6 meters per second. So that's my x velocity. And 30 times sine of 35 gives me 17.2. And that's my y velocity initial. So when I plug these all in, again, I'm using my simple equation, delta y equals VIT plus 1/2 AT squared, which I'm going to rewrite as 17.2, that's 17.2, and that is 24.6. So 17.2 times t plus 0.5 times negative 9.8 times t squared. And really, I'm just going to simplify this real quick. 17.2 minus 4.9 t squared, and that must equal 0. And so this is the part that kind of sometimes gets my kids, but it's really, really simple on how to solve this. You realize you have a t term and a t squared term and constant, and really this is like having a quadratic equation with no c term. And so to solve that, the really simplest way is to simply factor out a t. When I do that, I get this. And now the only way a number is going to be 0, for example, if a times b is equal to 0, that implies that either a must be 0 or b must be 0. You can't get 0 here unless one of these is a 0. You could try it using whatever way you like, but trust me, you won't find one. This is the only way. So basically, we know that either this must be 0 or that must be 0. And we have two solutions, which is what we get for a quadratic equation. So my first equation would be t equals 0, and the other one would be 17.2 minus 4.9t is equal to 0, which tells me 4.9t is equal to 17.2, where t is going to be 17.2 divided by 4.9, and that gives me 3.5 seconds. So that's my total time in the air. Simply enough, I plug that in here, 3.5 seconds, and my delta x is going to be 24.6 times 3.5, which is 86.1 meters. It's kind of cool that we just figured out that this distance that it's going to travel will be 86.1 meters. Okay, so that's simple, just to find the displacement. And you see that we did nothing fancy, just a little bit of mathy here, but that's like nothing, right? You guys got this. Okay, we'll go on to part 3 of the same video.